Hi guys, welcome to Trash Can Podcast. Konnichiwa, Raccoon Shogun here. Cult of the Lamp is a roguelite, Satan-like, Titan-like, Third Reich, town-building, farm-growing, poop-cleaning simulator that was published by the same company name that discredited mental health hotlines and now discredits religion. You play as a symbol of Satanism that sacrifices animal, as in Satanism, in the game where there are more satanic symbols. 2022. The internet is consumed by the cult of 4 memes. The 4 most cancerous fan bases. Breaking Bad memers.
My name is Morbius, but you better call sus.
Vtuber idol simps.
I will protect my wife from males.
MCU fans.
Iron Man Part 30 coming soon.
Metal Gear Rising shitposters.
More crime is best. Social media is crank.
You are the last of the kind of gamer jokers. All of your brethren have been cancelled. It is time to accept that normies and mentally ill people have taken over the internet. It is time to accept death. We are going to hell. The deity in the chains and bandages explained to us that we are the prophet of his faith. He notes that the only Jew who can survive the Holocaust is Jesus Christ, and therefore endows us with the power of resurrection.
Take my blessing and go, ignorant piece of shit.
Wait, why do they hate you?
I have some theories about it. The first thought why I'm here in chains is because I am Baptist. Being Baptist among Catholics is like being the only one Nazi person on neo-Nazi meeting that have actually read Mein Kampf. The other thought why am I here is because I am just racist.
Well, you saved me, and you seem a very decent gentle cat.
Your words warms my soul, little lamb. Thank you. My Nick.
We fight our way through the army of adepts, not killing little kids, and we get to a gambling addict ex-Jesus. All the characters, instead of speaking with the mouth, makes exclusively autistic screeching sounds. So I've tried to voice this Joe Biden style of speech with the AI.
Shut the fuck up!
But I don't guarantee that it will not sound like normal conversation without moaning and begging for sex from the 12-year-old cousin. Howdy, my brother. What is this game about?
Well, this game completely plagiarizes the plot of Dark Souls 2 DLC. Your task is to kill 4 owners of crowns and under the pseudonym Heisenberg build a criminal empire for the production, processing, and cooking of animal feces. In the name of your faith, you need to kill spiders, grubs, caterpillars, and infidels.
Game of the year. The combat system in Cult of the Lamp consists of 1 combo, 1 special attack, and roll on X, Y, B respectively. Such an arsenal of variety can be frustrating for a simple player who has never played hard games. You know, not for everybody. Those ones that are "oh, go fuck yourself." Therefore, it may seem that the developers will to compensate the simplicity of the controls with the difficulty of the game. As the saying goes, the unjustified difficulty of the game justifies the laziness of the developers. But no, it doesn't matter how difficult or easy or interesting or new the controls in the game are. The most important thing in any combat system is the opponents. DMC combat would be a vestigial if through the whole game we beat only Demons of Pride, and Metal Gear combat would be an incredible innovation if it weren't bullshit. Everything is determined by mobs. And mobs in the game are A. Easy to beat than the babies. They are slow, predictable, dying with couple of blows of a dagger. And B. There are few of them. There are about 5 variety of mobs in each dungeon. And in each next dungeon it will be just a reskin of mobs with a slightly more complicated attack. Among other things, controls in the game are, putting this gently, different from the Step Brothers in the genre. Firstly, dash. Each time you press the B button, the ship shoots itself.
Nice cock. Perfect.
to the other end of the arena. In other
games,
the roll is short enough to roll backwards or dodge exactly within the enemy's attack range. But here you need to roll for a kilometer, break your back against the nearest wall, and then run with your feet towards the enemy for the whole 2 steps, because the roll has a cooldown of half of a second. Second problem, combo sensitivity. This is a continuation of why a long dash is a problem. If you look at the gameplay of Hades, you will see that the combat in the game is very dynamic, fast-paced, and the game constantly motivates you to dodge and attack non-stop. While such fights are simply impossible if you need to constantly run toward the enemy after dodging, there are also combos on every weapon in the game. More simple example, there are such weapons as
latex gloves.
They deal mediocre damage with their first 2 attacks and enormous damage with their third and final. Your enemies are knocked back by your attacks, so when you hit, you will deflect the stick toward the enemy. But the problem is that when you walk, your combo breaks. So that means that a parody of a dynamic battle in Cult of the Lamb looks like this. You release the stick and hit the enemy on the spot without moving, performing a combo. An enemy with a fast attack cooldown hits you. You interrupt your combo with a dash, run to the enemy with your feet, and start the combo again? Well, this is complete bullshit. Next, we are going to save our new slave, and with our flunky,
Shut the fuck
we
up!
go straight to our future base. Welcome to the Cult Camp. This is our roguelike base. Usually, resources for the base are spent on the things of decorative nature. But here, the cult is your everything. Without it, you're like without bread and water. Without it, you're like without children and condoms. We open the follower window. Here you can choose a name for it, customize his look, color, and facial tattoos. What's funny, there are a lot of different forms for the cultist. Look, this is a bee. This is Davy Jones. This is Polnareff after Golden Wind. This is a Russian soldier. This is a gay's ass after a year of intense anal sex. And this is a result of breeding of a unicorn and a whale. By the result of breeding of a unicorn and a whale, I mean what happened to the whale. We send our follower to chop the wood in the gulag, and we ourselves will start the acquaintance with the game. Do not drop the video in the middle, we have a lot of interesting to play with. Attention.
Fuck you!
Yes, that turns me on.
Attention! There are two types of experience in the game: inspirational experience and character experience. Most of your in-game actions is rewarded with inspirational experience. Harvesting altars of other gods, cult altar, catching fireflies, etc. But the experience of the character is given only by one thing: ceremony at the church. Starting the ceremony, you call all of your followers. They pray to you and give you exactly the character's experience. And for this experience, you acquire new skills. In the skill tree, you can get new halves of hearts, increase the starting damage of the weapon, and unlock new special moves on Y button. What determines the amount of experience gained during the ceremony? It depends on the number of followers and their loyalty. With quantity, it is clear. Go to the forest, save the hobo, bring them to your family. What is loyalty? Loyalty is kinda the level of the follower. It cannot decrease, unlike faith. By completing quests, performing ceremonies, giving blessings, or interacting with the follower like an average loving black parent. Let's solidify. The more follower in their level, the higher is your level. But how to keep these followers? Each follower can die of starvation or disease. A follower may lose faith, rebel, and live with some of your property. For this, you need inspiration points. Next to the idol, you can buy a first aid tent, beds, a burial pit, and even toilet.
I'm in the toilet taking a shit.
It seems like I can finish this review 10 out of 10, but wait, do not leave, because here are the followers shitting on the floor! And if you do not clean up the poop after them, they may feel sick. I don't know if it's because they cannot resist tasting it, or because they inhale the toxic fumes. It doesn't really matter. This is the mechanic of the disease. They can also get sick from the food that has the poison changed above.
Is the fucking boss is
Namely, pulchy pumpkin soup, cheery cauliflower chowder, and the boil of poop that taste identical. With the hunger mechanics, it's easier. The hunger scale decreases with the time. So before going to the forest, you need to feed your tramps, and when you return, feed them again, like a caring black parent. Faith works in exactly the same way, only food is not enough here. If the follower have nowhere to sleep, nothing to eat, or they rebel, faith will reduce too. Eliminate the problem and faith will return to the level of usual fall over time. To gain more faith, you can perform ceremonies and special rituals that open over time. Difficult but understandable. Yes, it might. So the follower ate and slept. What will they do during the day? Well, the first thing is that they can pray at the idol and generate devotion. Or they can work at the mine or at the sawmill. So they can generate materials for the bed, the first aid tent, and for the toilet, while you are at your repetitive crusade.
Oh shit, here we go again.
The specificity of the roguelike genre is to squeeze out all the possible replayability from itself. This is mainly done through random selection of equipment, weapons, buffs, development of the skills and races. I think the reason for this is that, firstly, it is very hard to perfectly balance all the possibilities provided to the player. Secondly, the player are predisposed to kill in the game. Here is an example. You unlocked every weapon in Hades and found a very obvious champion. The bow is not dynamic and it does little damage. The sword is just no. With a gun, it's difficult to aim. The rest are like not bad, but the shield hits well, it has a splash attack, allows you to hide in the corner and become invincible. If you can play and upgrade the shield only, then you will simply optimize all the fun out of the game. Your desire to play a certain style or the strongest build will make the game more boring to you. That's why the developers rewarding you to choose and leveling up the different weapons. Or you can fix this problem easier. Take away the freedom of choice from the player and give him a weapon randomly. Naturally, not everyone likes this, so you can find a compromise between choice and randomness, giving the player a controlled choice. In Rogue Legacy, for example, it is a choice of 3 random races, and in Cult of the Lamb, it is a possibility to change a random weapon to another random weapon. So the problem with the whole roguelite component in the Cult of the Lamb is that there are a lot of randomness in it, but the sample of the random is small. There are 5 types of weapons in the game, and about 20 types of special attacks, which in general are wave, projectile, nerve break, and that's all. Not a very big room for builds, right? If we compare this with the arsenal of variability in Hades with 6 weapons and 20 stats with an alternative version of each, the number of builds will be indescribably bigger. I think it is the only fair way to compare the game with Hades, because if you remember about Blessings of the Gods, oh fuck, 10 gods, each with their own blessing on light attack, strong attack, crystal throw, dash effect, ultimate ability, and 10 plus passive blessings, not counting the heroic, and every effect is different, and each can be combined, and not just in the build. There are combined blessings of the 2 gods, which are collected by having certain ones taken earlier. All this richness of gaming experience just pales in comparison to Cult of the Lamb, which shines with 36 tarot cards, some of which affect dash, like in Hades, but not too much and not all, and with a 10-second cooldown.
Your resistance is beginning to annoy me, little lamb.
Why are you hating us? I thought we both like half-naked men in spandex and hate our expectation to be challenged.
You may think yourself clever, yourself clever, You may think yourself clever. You may think yourself righteous in service to him, but should not be so trusting of the chained one.
Even if this cat god treated all the cat leaders in the world, or much worse, said the N-word, I trust him more than 4 literally Hitlers who committed genocide of all of the lambs and killed me.
Oh well, it's too late for talk. One such as you deserve no absolution. This will not end well for you.
Thanks for foreshadowing the plot. I've already seen the giant thief door before entering here, and I highly doubt that there is wall of wet pussies behind it. Well, except of these. Another mechanic that makes Cult of the Lamb the game of the year is the gambling game. In the local version of Gwent, you and your opponent take turn throwing the dice and placing it in one of the 3 rows. When you put 2 identical dice on one row, this amount is doubled. If all the 3 dice in a row are the same, the amount is tripled. For example, 2 ones. 1 plus 1 is 2. For the pair, multiply by 2 and get 4. 2 twos. 2 plus 2 is 4. Multiply by 2 equal 8. 3 threes. 3 plus 3 plus 3 equal 9. Multiply by 3 equal 27. And now the main rule. If the opponent places a dice with the same value opposite to your, all the dice of that value will be removed. Here the opponent rolled a 3, and all of the 3s are removed. As soon as I or he completely closes his game field, the game ends and the points count. And now I open the greatest strategy of this game. When you place the first dice in a row, place them on those rows opposite of a dice of the same value or lower. Do not try a place pair on the very beginning. When the opponent closes the entire row, place all the pairs there. Because he's thrown all the sorts of trash dice in there, there is no way he can remove your dice. Between the choice of forming a pair or removing the opponent's dice, choose to remove the opponent's dice. If you have more dice than him, you will end the game faster and prevent him from recovering. Most importantly, this strategy is completely useless. Because the first 3 opponents you meet in the game are so weak, you don't even need to think to win. And the 4th one is simply the richest and the luckiest one in the Wild West. This is if by luck we mean the loaded dice, with which he rolls out 4 fours in a row. Here I'm going to end part 1 of this review. Do not skip this video, I live in Ukraine and I need your help. and I need your help. Do not skip this video. Do not skip this video. I live in Ukraine and I need your help. Do not skip this video. I need you. Do not skip this video. I live in Ukraine and I need your help. A hero's Russian president decided to jumpstart the economy with impressive little toy he got there. And there's me, shitposting on YouTube without stable internet connection, electricity flow, and possibility to find job after graduating university, mostly because of my questionable life decisions. Russian missiles help too, but not too much. I will really fucking appreciate any help, I mean any help, and by any help, I mean financial support and helping me to grow my channel. So if you have any money, like $10, $5, $1, it will be enormous help for me in a time when I can't make any money at all, and enormous boost of motivation for me to work more on this channel. You will find links to PayPal and Patreon in the description. If you're broke as me, you can subscribe while watching this video, because this helps the algorithm more for some reason. Follow, like, ring the bell, repost to your friends will be very cool too. Do not mind yourself to re-watch this video later if you want to, because watch time is more important for the algorithm. And of course, you can write your opinion on this video down in the comments. How bad is my accent? How bad is the sound? Was it boring? Was it cringe? Did you came? I'm dreaming to make videos on daily basis, probably once a week or two, mostly game reviews, sometimes anime, and maybe one day my own music covers. So stay safe. Bye.